Hey Shalom, this is IYC Manchester. If you want to know who you are according to the Bible, come and get in contact with us. Learn your history, your culture according to the Bible. Learn how to keep God's commandments and fellowship in these last days. Our contact number is
0794 000 9257.
You can find us on all social medias. Click, like, share and subscribe to our videos to learn more and teach our people more. Shalom.
Shalom. Most times God bless.
Levi, Judah, understand? You are an Israelite. What does Israel mean? He's a prince of God. You understand?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee,
It said, the stranger that is within us, read,
shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
that shall come down very low. Let's listen to this, read.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. That's why I was telling you that in our people in Islam, if you go to countries like Saudi Arabia, countries like Jordan, Qatar, countries like all those countries, Arabian countries, our people are subservient. You understand? We are not accepted in Islam. That's just the reality of things. You understand? Why? Because I don't know if you know the history of Islam. How do you think our people in Nigeria became Muslims? How do you think we became Muslims?
How did you become Muslim?
Yeah, the history. Do you know the history of how your forefathers became Muslims?
Yeah,
How?
through what call it? They came preaching Islam in Nigeria.
Okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you a history lesson. They became Muslim by the Arabian slave trade. That actually predates the Atlantic slave trade, the European slave trade. You understand? That's how we became Muslims. You understand? They forced us into Islam. You understand? They forced us into that. You got me? Read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee, 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
So we're always the tail in Islam. Yes, I'm gonna show you something. Get me Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. I'm gonna show you how we became Islam.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 3
How we
verse
became
1.
Muslims.
They say, if a man put away,
Let's see.
verse 2, lift up thine eyes unto the high places, and see what thou hast not been lining with.
This is the prophet Jeremiah prophesying about the Israelites. Understand? Listen to this, what he's saying.
In the ways thou hast sat for
In
the,
the ways as thou sat for them is going into a substantial history now. Read.
as the Arabian in the wilderness.
As what?
As the Arabian in the wilderness.
What predominant nation does Islam come from?
The Arab nation.
Thank you. That's the history that is going into there. It's going into how we learn the Arabian doctrine, which people know today as Islam. Understand? So my point is, Islam is not the black man's religion. And that was a religion that we learned during slavery and during colonization. You understand? Because if you read the Bible, God didn't give us Islam or Islam. He didn't give us that. He gave the Israelites laws, statutes, and commandments. Read that for me in the
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Yeah, thou shalt what?
Serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even what?
Wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. So those is going into the two biggest religions. What is the two biggest religions? What is the two biggest religions on earth?
Islam and Christianity.
Thank you. So read that the last bit again. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods,
Other gods. Read.
which neither thou nor thy fathers have
Our
known.
forefathers never knew nothing about Christianity or Islam. You understand? All those are pagan religions and slave religions. Christianity belongs to the Europeans. They brought it to Nigeria. That's why 50% of the Nigerians are Christians and 50% are Muslims. You understand? But guess what? Those are not our religions of our forefathers. You understand? They're slave religions. But read on.
even wood and stone.
Wood and stone. So that would represent the wooden cross of Christianity, where they persecuted and killed the Messiah, Jesus. Understand? Jesus is a black man according to the Bible, by the way. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
You know Jesus was a black man?
According to the Bible.
Right, okay. And then it says
Based
wood.
on the features, is it black?
Thank you. And it says stone. The stone. Do you know what that stone represents?
No.
It stones represent what is most famous stone in Islam?
The stone in Mecca.
Right? That's going into the Kaaba. You understand? Where it is believed that you need to go there once a year to perform a pilgrimage. You understand? So that's what it's going into. What they do is, they circling around the circle and they throw stones at it. Guess what God calls it? Idolatry. And that's idolatry. That has nothing to do with God. Jeremiah 2 verse 14. What should you say?
14 and 2.
11. 2 verse 11. Jeremiah 2 11.
It's,
What should you say in that? Jeremiah 2 11.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 11. Has a nation changed their
It
gods,
says, has a nation changed their gods? You understand? Read.
which are yet no gods?
Because if you examine different nations, like the Europeans, they have their own God. They have their own religion, which is Christianity. If you examine the Arabs, they have their religion, which is Islam. If you examine the Chinese, their religion is what? Buddhism. Hinduism, the Indians, you understand? But black people, we all of a sudden like to, like to cleave into different religions. You understand? Assimilate into different religions. That's what God is asking. Read it again.
Has a nation changed their gods?
Has a nation changed their gods? God is asking. When you examine other nation, have they changed their gods? You understand? Do you see the Arabs worshiping a black god? No, you won't see that. Do you see the European worshiping a black god? You won't see that. You understand? That's what God is going into. Read.
Which are yet no gods?
Because all those religions are false. All religions is false according to the Bible. You understand? Read.
But my people,
What?
my people,
My people. So according to the Bible, God calls us Israelites. He didn't call us Nigerians or Ghanaians. You understand? Or Jamaicans. You understand? He calls us Israelites. That's God's people. Read.
but my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
We change our glory. You understand? We change our glory for that which does not profit. Now we no longer refer to ourselves as Israelites. You understand? And our glory is the Bible. Now we call ourselves Muslims. You understand? We call ourselves Christians. Some people are even Hindus and Buddhists. Why? Because we lack knowledge. The Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You understand? Jump down to verse 14.
Verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Is what?
Is Israel a servant?
Are we servants? You understand? Like I said, if you go to Saudi Arabia, our people are servants there. Libya and all those countries, we're servants, we're slaves. Abd, they call you. Kafir, that's what they call you. I'm giving you reality. You understand? Why? Because you're my brother. You understand? I see you as my brother. That's why I'm telling you the truth. If I didn't tell you the truth, I don't love you. You understand? But read.
Is Israel a servant?
Read.
Is he a home-born slave?
Is he what?
A home-born slave?
Is he a home-born slave? Why? That's how the nation view us. You understand? They view you because of your color. You understand? You are destined to be a slave. You understand? That's how they view us. You understand? But read.
Why is he spoiled?
Why is this spoiled? That's what God is asking. Why? Because if you examine the scriptures, we're constantly at the bottom of society. We're constantly subservient to another nation. Why? Because we keep on disobeying God's laws. And we keep on going away from His doctrine. You understand? What He gave us. You understand? That's why our people are in the position that we're in now. You understand? And that's what I'm saying, brother Gail. We're not Islamic according to the Bible. According to the Bible, God calls us Israelites according to the Bible. Yeah?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.